Need for Speed Unbound trailer shows Takeover event gameplay. A new Need for Speed Unbound gameplay trailer shows off the Takeover repeatable challenge event. This Need for Speed Unbound event will challenge players to be fast, yet precise, and look good while doing it. Need for Speed Unbound's standout attribute has been its style. Between the flashy car effects, A$AP Rocky's flow, and fashion options from brands like PUMA, Champion, Versace, Palace, and others, the style has been the focal point of Need for Speed Unbound. As stated by A$AP Rocky in the newest trailer, street style is everything, and Need for Speed Unbound will lean into that style factor with the Takeover events. Need for Speed, abbreviation, NFS, is a multi-platform racing video game series with the first game, The Need for Speed, being released on August 31, 1994. On October 21, 2009, Electronic Arts announced the franchise had sold over 100 million units, making Need for Speed the most commercially successful racing game series at the time, and Need for Speed, Most Wanted being the best-selling game in the series with 16 million copies sold. The Takeover will be a series of events that will test the player's ability to not only drive fast but to drive with precision as well as style in Need for Speed Unbound. The points system for the Takeover is not too different from previous Need for Speed titles. Players will have to perform a series of stunts like drifts and jumps, and smash through collectibles to rack up points in order to beat a Takeover challenge. There are multiplier bonuses for performing consecutive stunts, which will be reset after the player crashes or loses momentum. The player will not be racing other cars during the Takeover, but will have to beat the previously set score to pass the Takeover event. Takeover events are repeatable, but the events that progress the campaign only happen during the night. Failing a Takeover will draw the ire of A$AP Rocky, but players will be able to practice and repeat Takeover courses during the daytime. The player will have to beat the scores of 3 other players in a particular course to win. It's possible that these AI driver scores will later be replaced by other players in Unbound's online multiplayer events or friend high scores, but that has not been confirmed at the time of this writing. With the game's emphasis on style, the vehicle's customizable parts, paint, and decals may also factor into Takeover scores. Performing well will earn $AP's respect and improve the player's standing in the grand and the eventual takeover of Lakeshore City's street racing scene. Need for Speed Unbound is the 30th game in the Need for Speed series and the first since Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 to be mainly developed by Criterion. It was announced on October 6, 2022 by publisher Electronic Arts to be released for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X/S on December 2, 2022. A 3-day early access period for those that pre-order the Palace Edition was also announced, starting on November 29, 2022. Starting on November 29, 2022, those with an EA Play subscription can play up to 10 hours of the standard release, and those with an EA Play Pro subscription can play the Palace Edition. With either subscription, players will gain access to in-game member-only rewards and receive a 10% discount on purchases of EA digital content. Need for Speed Unbound gameplay and story. Need for Speed Unbound will follow the story of 2 friends who are ripped apart by a robbery at a family auto shop. You will have to rise from rookie to a top racer on the streets to win the ultimate race and reclaim the stolen car. Players will be taking on actor and rapper A$AP Rocky in an event where you will have to prove your skills against the star. Just like in the past games in the series, you'll have to pull big drifts on the streets and evade cops. There are also multiplayer options available. First announced on June 18, 2020 as part of Electronic Arts' EA Play Live June 2020 presentation, it was shown during a section about the publisher's next-generation series of games, targeting the then-unreleased PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X/S hardware.